by you.
Are you ready to take charge of the radio?
Go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 now and prepare your minds
And bodies
to experience Dan and Phil.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1. I'm a phoenix in the water, a fish that's learned to fly, and I've always been a daughter. The feathers are meant for the sky. So I'm wishing further for the excitement to arrive. It's just I'd rather be causing the chaos than laying at the sharp end of this knife. With every small disaster, I'll let the water steer. Take me away to someplace real. 'Cause they say home is where your heart is set, and snow is where you go when you're alone. It's where you go to rest your bones. And it's not just where you lay your head, it's not just where you make your bed. As long as we're together, does it matter where we go? be bolder, and my cuts have healed with time. Comfort will rest on my shoulder. Now bury my future behind. I'll always keep you with me. You'll be always on my mind. But there's a shining in the shadows. Now never know unless I try. With every small disaster, I'll let the water still take me away to some place real. 'Cause they say home is where your heart is headed. Stone is where you go when you're alone. Is where you go to rest your bones. It's not just where you lay your head. It's not just where you make your bed. As long as we're together, doesn't matter where we go. Cause they say home is where your heart is set. Stone is where you go when you're alone. It's where you go to rest your bones. It's not just where you lay your head. It's not just where you make your bed. As long as we're together, doesn't matter where we go.
Gabrielle Aplin, and before that, Alesso, and you are now listening to and watching Dan and Phil.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Sup everybody, hello, this is Dan and Phil here on Radio 1 to interrupt this weekend of very professional sounding radio for some good old chaos. Would you say that's right?
It's nicely chaotic.
Thank you. Yes, this, if you have no idea who we are, is a totally interactive show where you guys request the music, we'll be reading out your tweets, we'll be taking your calls, so don't just sit back and relax like you would with any usual radio show. Make sure you get involved. But Phil, how do they do that?
Well, you can tweet us at BBCR1, leave a request on the Radio 1 Facebook page, give us a text on 81199, or call us on 03700 100 100.
That was very sinister.
I'm always sinister.
You need to stop doing it naturally. It's like you always just sink into going 100.
It's just deep down within me, the sinister voice.
Okay, I'll try not to unearth it. But remember that this isn't just a radio show, as if you go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 right now, on anything with an internet connection, even your phone, you can watch the whole show, and it is a totally different experience where you can see us, the Dan vs. Phil challenge, and most importantly, the homemade music videos that you guys at home make to your favourite songs and then send in to us.
So we're kicking things off with a really cool video sent in by Liam, Chris and Joey to These Streets, featuring some of the best editing I think we've ever had in a music video. So get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 if you want to watch this video. Bastille, these streets. That slow motion paint powder reminded me of the Big Weekend advert.
I know what you mean, yeah.
We filmed for about 7 hours with loads of paint flying out our faces, and I'm still finding paint in my ears now.
BBC Radio 1.
So, previously on the lives of Dan and Phil, it's been a very eventful week, hasn't it, of kind of gridlocks. Do you remember the time we tried to go into central London in the tube strike and then we didn't realise it was happening, so we were kind of like, oh god, how do we get home?
Terrible fail.
Oh, it was like an episode of Shipwrecked, but like in the middle of one of the world's biggest cities. I was so scared.
Also, we've had power cuts as well.
That was very dramatic, wasn't it? You keep plugging in things that explode all the lights in our house.
I was rocking back and forth without the internet. It was horrible.
Well, for like the 2-hour period that you had no internet. How did you cope?
I don't know how I coped. It was
Did you
horrific.
really die? Okay.
Yep.
Well, what about our crazy social lives?
Yeah, last night was insane. Ordered some pizza by myself.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. And then I got a text off my mum that was like, I'm at a cocktail making class on a head night. I was like, my mum is having a cooler life than me.
How vaguely old is your mum without wanting to be rude?
I couldn't say. She's about 30s.
Well, I bet she's on a hen night in York, and then you were sat at home by yourself.
She was doing the whole Tom Cruise cocktail mixologist thing.
Wow.
Which is my dream. But it made me think how lame my life is compared to my parents.
That's your parents,
got me thinking of tonight's rehab topic, which is or are your parents cooler than you in any kind of way? Do you have a parent that went to space? Maybe.
That's one example of a parent that would be cooler than you, yeah, if they were an astronaut. But I think most people could just have more socially active ones, because, you know, I spend most of my time on Tumblr, and then my dad's like, oh, I used to be a DJ, we spent all of our young time in Ibiza, and I'm like, haven't got outside in 3 weeks, so I think I qualify for
Do you know
this
how
as
I
well.
want to call in? The daughter of the honey monster. That'd be the coolest thing.
What?
The coolest fact. You know, the man beneath the suit?
Yeah?
I want them to call it.
Okay. Yes, if you're out there, please call in, but what should people communicate with if you want them to share their stories?
Let us know with the hashtag, my parents are cooler than me.
Okay, so hashtag, my parents are cooler than me. If any of you out there have examples of parents that have a far superior social life to yours, so we can all wallow in our loneliness together.
And now, I'm very happy to say this, but our first request is from Rachel on Twitter with Spice Girls Wannabe.
Yeah.
Spice Girls wannabe. Which Spice Girl would you be?
Which one would I be?
Yeah.
Which one do I actually relate to the most? I think the carefree attitude of Emma Bunton.
Oh, that's sweet. I'd probably be Ginger Spice because of the secrets beneath my hair.
And I'd love to see you wearing a Union Jack dress. I think you could really pull it off, Phil.
Next show, next show.
BBC.
Okay, so we were asking people to send in examples of their parents having more active social lives than them. Tweeting in with the hashtag my parents are cooler than me. We've got a couple ones here. Someone says Luna says my mum can beat me at COD frequently.
What?
There you go. That would be
A
embarrassing.
mum that can play Call of Duty.
I can't tell you the amount of times I've tried to force my mum to learn to play on an Xbox.
I can't even do it. I die straight away. Becca said my mum knew who Panic at the Disco was before me.
I guess they're quite an old band now, kind of, aren't they?
Oh, that old.
Well, no, I mean, like, I found out who Panic at the Disco were when I was, like, 14.
Ah.
So I guess for some people now, it's kind of like, yeah, and then their mum could have been like, that was me, with the scene haircut and the MySpace page.
Very true, very true. Amelia said, my mum went to New Zealand when The Hobbit was being filmed and saw Martin Freeman.
What?
Jealous.
Okay, yeah, that's cool points for the entire life, I think.
My toes are tingling with jealousy. And Mia said, my dad is Rick Astley.
That's not true.
Mia, don't lie.
Okay, has the actual daughter of Rick Astley, who is called Dan Loves Teasers on Twitter, I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
I think you basically rickrolled yourself by
Yeah.
reading that out, Phil.
Maybe I did. So keep those coming in with
Hopefully
hashtag
true.
my parents are cooler than me.
Okay, but now, quite appropriately, our next music video has the award for officially the coolest people that have probably ever sent in a video, okay?
Yeah.
George and his mates have sent in a video of their summer 2013 sent in GoPro footage. It's basically extreme sports, travel, parties, and a garage band that they set up inside their house. So these are the most well-rounded people with the most active social lives I've ever seen. So
Definitely.
if you want to realise how much of a loser you are, like I did when I saw this, then get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 to see this very good video. Here is Macklemore.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Get up. Fresh out, strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, y'all can't copy. Trust me. I'm my INDEPENDENT hustler. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush it. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like you gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark week. Gonna go up, gone, deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer now. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people now. Sing the song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Let's go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Welcome to the future with Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Hello, Mia.
Hi,
Or is it Thea?
it's Thea.
I don't know why I thought you were called Mia, but I did. So, why are your parents cooler than you?
Because my mum makes amazing jewellery. It's like Fimo, which is like a clay, like makes it into sweeties, and they're just amazing. I love them so much.
Does it bring all the boys to the yard?
Yeah.
So, I could ask your mum to make a Bourbon biscuit necklace for me.
I could ask her.
That would be ideal.
Wow, so like the candy necklaces, but you could go and have Bourbon biscuits.
Well, do you know, like gangster chains? I want one that's just filled with custard creams or something.
Yeah.
The confectionery 2 chains, Phil.
That's my next level. That's
What
when I'm
I've
going to
always
release the album.
pictured you as, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is cool.
So, what song would you like to hear?
Can I have Stay the Night by Zed, please?
That is such an excellent choice.
Thank you.
Who would you like to dedicate this to?
Can I dedicate it to Hannah, Maddie, Molly and Bryony, please?
You can, and you just did.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
many times last now? Good morning, everybody. You know, I love a remix. Sounds so good, this, doesn't it?
Oh, that is a dream.
You've got to be here.
BBC Radio 1. There's no place I'd rather be. Nice.
Love this band.
I'm going to play you something that I love.
This is the best story ever.
That's ridiculous. Good afternoon, lovely people.
Nick Grimshaw.
Vern Cotter.
Scott Mills.
Greg James. Weekdays.
On BBC Radio 1.
Dan,
Yes.
when the world has ended and the aliens are digging through the rubble looking for any semblance of human life,
Which is an inevitability, of course, yeah.
do you know what they're going to play in all the aliens museums?
What will they play?
The internet news.
This is the Internet News.
Internet news.
A video of Wally, a pet squirrel who hides his nuts in the fur of a Bernese mountain dog, has been watched over 1.4 million times on YouTube this week. There's no denying that this is very cute, but it begs the quite real question, who has a pet squirrel?
I'd have a pet squirrel.
But aren't they kind of like rabid and stuff?
Maybe it's had its jabs.
I like that the dog could totally be eating that right now, but it's choosing to just not even move or question why this small rodent is burying things inside its body.
Be good for a nice head scratch, though, a squirrel on your head.
Okay.
Just scratch your head.
Just go capture one.
Internet news. The RSPCA has warned that if you have a cat, it could be blown away in the severe winds this week.
What?
Reports are saying that Wizard of Oz style, your cat could just travel into the sky.
Oh my gosh, that is... Okay, it says that you keep the cat inside, but make sure it has places to hide and, most importantly, a litter tray. Are they that scared of storms?
I think so. Do you know I actually witnessed this? I saw a squirrel get blown off the wall outside our house.
Poor squirrels. They must get that a lot. I mean, really.
I worried it was going to create a squirrel-nado.
That's the UK version, isn't it? Squirrel-nado.
It could happen, though, into a colony of squirrels. They'd just be in a tornado.
That's not that scary.
Internet news.
And this week, many of you will have watched your Facebook movie, which has been lovingly put together by a team to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Facebook. However, a very, very popular parody of this has appeared on the internet called An Honest Facebook Movie, which now has over 3.7 million YouTube views. And for now, we are going to recreate it for everybody who is yet to experience it. Facebook, a look back.
March 2010. We joined Facebook and friended a bunch of people we now regret.
My first poke was from my dad. Don't think he knows what that means. Then again, neither do I.
Here's the 500th picture of someone's latte foam to show up on my feed.
Here's my friend whose picture makes him seem 18 times better looking than he actually is.
0. The number of times my political views changed because of someone's post in my feed.
Unforgettable moment.
June 2012, I became the only person to click on a sidebar ad. It was by accident.
December 2012, I was reminded about my boss's sister's daughter's birthday.
Here's a photo I posted so people would be jealous of how adventurous I am.
Here's a reoccurring photo of a wing so people could be impressed by how much I travel.
And here's a photo posted so people would think we're important. As far as my friends know, my life is perfect.
That is so true. That is literally everyone's entire Facebook life, isn't it?
My video was terrible. It had no good moments in. One was a picture of a cupboard.
A picture of a cupboard to represent your life.
I don't know why that was in my feed, tagged as me, but
This
it was.
is all very relevant to the parents cooler than me thing, isn't it? I mean, mine just wasn't. It was like mostly... Because I don't go outside, so I have a very uneventful Facebook. So I was like, oh, they're all photos from like 4 years ago.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That was the Internet News.
The Internet News.
And now we have a video made by Miri, who is telling us the story of what happened after she left high school. So get on the website if you want to see what happened to Miri. All-time low waitlist.
Manage me.
All-time low, weightless. And it turned out that she went to Korea in the end after her high school.
She's so well travelled.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So, back on the topic of why people's parents are cooler than them, we've got more people tweeting in. So many people, in fact, that it's trending worldwide. Yay! Clap for all of us. We've got one here from Paper Plate who said that my dad used to be a rebel. He got kicked out of school and was a cage dancer and swallowed a 4-inch nail.
Wow.
Obviously, don't do any of those things, but that's, I mean, traditionally, that does make them cooler than you, I guess.
I'm just getting horrific images of my dad cage dancing.
Everybody block that image out of your mind right now, okay? And we've got one here from Ella who said, my mum once scaled the walls of Paul McCartney's house just to steal his post. Also, don't do that, but
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
Don't steal Paul McCartney's post,
Back
please.
in the day, your mum was a crazy chick. Oh, yeah.
Chloe,
Hello.
hello. Why are you less cool than your parents?
Well, my dad's a magician.
Wow.
And,
Whoa. Wow, okay, you've already lost that one. That was amazing.
Is he a magician or a wizard, just to clarify?
a magician.
He's a magician. Do you have a pet?
Yeah, I have 2 rabbits.
Has he ever made them disappear?
No, but one of them did die.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a plot twist that I wasn't expecting.
I don't think there's any magic involved in
No.
that. It was probably...
That wasn't a
No.
trick that went horribly wrong, was it?
No.
Not at a kid's
No,
birthday
no.
party. Okay, thank God.
So what's his best trick? Has he ever sawn you in half?
No, but yeah, creates fire.
He creates fire. What, like real fire?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of what?
He clicks his fingers and just like a flame appears.
Definitely a wizard.
Maybe he's just the Human Torch trying to disguise his life as a magician. Oh man, so many superheroes could just pretend that they were magicians and
could.
they'd just be awesome.
Just
Why
make a
couldn't we
living.
thought of that?
No.
Is your dad a superhero?
It could be, not sure.
Probably.
I think he might be. Well, I think that story's earned you a request,
I think
definitely.
so.
What would you like to hear?
Can I have Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball, please?
Are you dedicating it to your rabbit?
I think, yeah, go on then.
Okay, this goes out to Chloe's dead rabbit. Smiley Cyrus with Wrecking Ball.
2014 are almost here, and as part of Access All Areas, Radio 1 is giving you the chance to decide the winner of the Best British Breakthrough Act at this year's awards. Get involved and vote for your favourite. The nominees are Bastille,
But if you close your eyes,
Disclosure, Laura Marula, London Grammar, and Tom O'Dell. The Best British Breakthrough Act, the Brits 2014. Go to the Radio 1 website now to cast your vote. The show where you're in control. This is Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
That was David Guetta getting over you for Tom and Sam on text.
Are you going to apologise for the going on about the bunny death? And
I'm sorry. I meant it to be sincere. It didn't sound sincere when you
You said
dedicate.
it so many times, Phil. Just stop bringing it up.
But when you're mourning an animal, Wrecking Ball can help.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the best song.
Such a ridiculous video.
To help the morning of a rabbit. Okay, right, well, this next song is what our show is all about, I think. It encapsulates everything in a beautiful moment. Laura Simon is a huge Lower Than Atlantis fan who made an absolutely excellent music video to their cover of The Police's Message in a Bottle for A-levels with some of her friends. And then she sent it in to us. What did you say?
Yeah, it made me want to jump into the sea in a good way, like swim around.
Not in a sinister way.
No.
Okay, well, that's Phil's review. But now, okay, so not only does everybody watching us online get to see her amazing video, but we now get to play this song, which probably would not have got played on Radio 1. So for everybody who wants to see this, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1, and here is Lower Than Atlantis with Message in a Bottle.
just like you're so white, no, see. Oh, another lonely day. Now I'm here but me. Oh, loneliness, and any man could bear. Rescue me before I fall into despair. I'm sending SOS to the world. I'm sending SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Yeah. Are you right, since I wrote my note? I should have known this right from the start. Only hope can keep me together. Love can mend your life, but love can break your heart. I'm sending SOS to the world. I'm sending SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Yeah, message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Yeah. Walked out this morning, don't believe what I saw. 100 billion bottles washed up on the shore. Seems I'm not alone in being alone. 100 billion castaways looking for a home. I'm sending SOS to the world. I'm sending SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Yeah. Sending out an SOS. 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 Sending out an SOS to you.
That was Lower Than Atlantis with Message in a Bottle, all thanks to Laura Simon for sending in that video. I must say that all you have to do, if you've ever made a music video to a song for your A-levels, maybe you're a sports person who did it as a hobby, or maybe you just want to get creative and make a music video to your song and then send it in to us, all you have to do is upload it and then send us a link to the video to Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk, and then we could be playing your video and the song you set it to in next week's show.
Do it.
Yeah.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So we've had loads of tweets coming in about why your parents are cooler than you. Maybe your parent is the honey monster. Let's find out. Cara.
You're not going to find the honey monster, son.
I need to find it. Cara said, my mum got tickets to My Chemical Romance's last concert and decided to go with her friends instead of me.
Oh. Ouch. And then we've got one here from Leah who said, a hot guy my age approached me once. Turns out he wanted to get my mum's number. Oh, no.
Oh.
Wow, that's...
The tweets just fell on the floor. That was so dramatic.
It was that dramatic.
That's awful. Now we have one from Jen.
Hello.
Hello, Jen. Is your mother or father the honey monster?
No, but my dad does have a lot more followers than me.
On Twitter?
Yep.
How many does he have?
He has 800 followers and I have 200.
No way!
Wow, your dad's like super internet famous. What does he do?
He's a singer, but he's not really famous.
Okay, so a slightly not famous singer. That's still really cool, though.
That is cooler than you.
Yeah. Does he sing cool songs or dad songs?
Well, he gets requested to sing a lot of cool songs, but he won't sing them because he doesn't really like them.
Okay. Well, maybe he will sing along to your request. What is your request?
Wild Heart by the Vamps.
That's a good choice. Did you want to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to Leah, Beth, Abby, Catherine, and Lucy?
You just did. Thanks, Jen.
The Vamps with Wild Heart for Jen and her singing dad.
It's time to talk about tonight's...
Dan versus Phil.
Okay, so Dan versus Phil is where me and Phil do some kind of challenge live on camera at 8 o'clock. Usually quite physically degrading, and if it's not physically degrading, it's usually impossible and we both suck at it. So, how is it today, Phil?
Tonight, we're going to be juggling glow-in-the-dark balls.
Oh, okay, that's great for me, I think. Are you trying to turn it on?
I'm trying to turn it on. There we go, it's glowing. How's your juggling skills, Dan?
Absolutely awful. I don't think I've ever attempted to learn how to juggle ever in my entire life ever before.
Okay, well, I've had a little bit of juggling training, so this can't be too fair. So I think we'll judge this on how good the progress is. Because I can usually
You can't award me for effort, man. That's just patronising.
I can usually catch about 5, so if I get 10, then that's progress.
Whereas if I try to juggle 2 and then just it kind of like breaks my foot because I drop it, does that mean that I could win because I tried hard?
Maybe. I'm going to be teaching you how to do it anyway.
You are an experienced ball thrower.
During the game. So as we prepare for that, we're going to listen to some Bring Me the Horizon with a video made by Jade. Thanks, Jade.
That was Bring Me the Horizon with Can You Feel My Heart? It is currently 7:56 and you're listening to Dan and Phil on Radio 1. The Dan vs. Phil challenge will be happening next after Don't You Worry Child, which was requested by Chloe, who texted in. Swedish House Mafia, Don't You Worry Child, and it is now time for Dan versus Phil. Okay, right, so Phil attempted to teach me how to juggle with 3 balls during that song, because I'd never ever attempted to do it in my life, and I don't understand.
We just had a sneaky practice.
I'm sure I could learn, but I couldn't pay attention.
It's all about keeping a ball in the air at all times. So it's a throw and a throw and a throw.
This feels horribly one-sided, and I wish that people consulted with me before they decided this would be the challenge, because I feel like this is unfair, and especially if there was going to be a custard forfeit, I would feel outraged. Okay, if you want to watch this disaster happen, then get on the Radio 1 website now. But for all the people listening, here is Beyonce with XO.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Dan versus Phil, round 1.
Your love is bright as ever. Even in the shadows, baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Your heart is glowing, and I'm crashing into you. Baby, kiss me. Turn the lights out.
BBC Radio 1.
BBC
Radio 1.
Now,
Okay.
you may have heard the radio go silent for a tiny second.
Or just strange noises in the background that sounds like a ball
was
hitting a desk.
Because Dan launched one of the balls onto the radio desk and paused the song.
Right. Whose idea was it to let an inexperienced juggler play with balls next to the things that are controlling Radio 1?
Yeah.
I pushed the responsibility onto everybody else in that situation.
You did all right, though. You got 2 in the air. Almost 3.
I've always wondered if there's anything in the world that I cannot learn to do.
Yeah.
I think I've found it, you know what I mean? It's like, will I ever climb Mount Everest? Maybe one day. Will I ever learn to juggle? Probably not.
Well.
Okay, well, we decided that this week we would let it open to your interpretation. So if you go to @BBCR1 on Twitter or the Radio 1 Facebook page right now, you will see a link to a poll where you can vote on who you thought was the better juggler in that situation. So if you thought that Phil won, then go vote for Phil. But if you think that despite my efforts I deserve like a sympathy thing, then you can vote for me if you,
You might
want.
get a
but-
sympathy thing.
Oh man, okay, so yeah, if you want to vote on who you thought was the better juggler, then go do that now.
As the votes are being tabulated, we have the most effects I think I've ever seen applied to one music video. We've got colours of every rainbow, thanks to Georgie, Henny, Becky, Lucy, Amelia and Jess. Here's the best song ever. It was the best song ever.
You're
Best song
clashing with
ever.
Harry.
Sorry. Thank you to Harry, Louis, Zane, Niall. Who have I missed out? Liam.
Oh, Phil, you can't just forget Liam. How could you?
I'm sorry. I have stroked his head once. It felt like a prickly hedgehog. It's time to reveal the winner of Dan versus Phil. But we can't just do that. We can't just announce it. We need an announcee.
We do need an announcee. People have been voting on who they thought was the better juggler. Oh, my word. Why did I agree to this? Right.
Jordan,
Hello.
you sound ready for this.
I am.
So ready for this. Your life has been leading up to this moment.
I can feel it.
Are you ready to announce the winner?
I am. Can I have a drum roll, please?
You can have a drum roll.
And the winner of Dan versus Phil is Phil.
Why am I surprised? Wow. Okay, I nearly took Radio 1 off the air about 3 times during my juggling attempts. Wow.
It was a
okay.
little bit unfair. Maybe next week we can have a skill that you have that I don't have. We can think about that. I don't know what it would be.
Probably like a Kanye West fact mastermind.
A fact off.
Yeah.
Jordan, how's your juggling skills?
I can only do 2. Balls.
That's about what Dan was on as well.
Let's high five to that. Yeah.
5, yay.
But your announcing was very dramatic, so you've earned yourself a request.
Thank you.
What would you like to hear?
Could I hear Stronger by Kanye West, please?
Yes, you can. Thanks.
Thank you.
Faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. Do anybody make real anymore? Bow in the presence of greatness. Cause right now, that has forsaken us. You should be honored by my lateness. That I would even show up to this place. So go ahead, go nuts, go ape. Especially in my pastel on my page. Act like you can't tell who made this new gospel, homie. Take 6 and take this, haters. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much longer. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. Me like right now. I don't know if you got a man or not, if you made plans or not, if God put me in your plans or not. I'm tripping, this drink got me saying a lot, but I know that God put you in front of me. So how the hell could you front on me? It's 1,000 yous, it's only one of me. I'm tripping, I'm caught up in the moment, right? Cause it's Louis Vuitton dine night, so we gon' do everything the kind like. Heard they do anything for a Klondike, well I'll do anything for a blind. And she'll do anything for the limelight, and we'll do anything when the time's right. Baby, you're making it faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now. That's how long I've been on ya. Like I never told you.
Kanye West, Stronger.
Dan and Phil, they escaped from the internet and climbed into your ears.
Okay, so you asked me something very, very sinister during that. What did you say, Phil?
I asked you to smell my face.
Why did you do that?
Because I've been moisturising.
Don't moisturise. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but I've also been using exfoliant. I've been doing a bit of man grooming, basically.
That's perfectly acceptable.
But sniff it. My face smells of the ocean.
You actually
Sniff.
Well, when did you apply this to your face?
This morning, in the shower.
Well, it doesn't... You don't still smell of it, Phil, but...
Oh.
I'm glad everyone just got to experience me sniffing your face.
That's a shame. Now, we have our first ever video set in an abandoned South African squash court.
Do we?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so excited.
It's coming in from Claudia Thompson. Is there anything that is abandoned that isn't creepy? I was wondering.
A teddy bear shop?
That'd be terrifying.
That would be horrifying if it was abandoned, actually, wouldn't it? Nope, yeah, all those beady eyes staring at you out of the darkness. I'd probably start crying.
The skeletal faces of unfinished bears.
Okay, that's my nightmare serial for about 3 months.
That'd be horrific. So thanks to Claudia Thompson, here is Imagine Dragons with the aptly chosen Demons.
When
Something.
what?
An abandoned marshmallow collection. That wouldn't be scary.
I guess it's not edible though. That's pretty horrifying. Marshmallows that you can't eat.
Why can't you eat them?
Well, how long have they been abandoned for, Phil?
3 minutes.
Well, then that's fine, but then that's stealing, so that's wrong, maybe, or something.
Hello, it's Grimmy here, and on this week's Best of the Radio 1 Breakfast Show free download, we have Morning Gregory James. You okay?
I'm good.
We thought every single day this week we could make a different Radio 1 DJ do Call or Delete.
My old geography teacher.
Hello?
Mr. Glassbrook.
You don't have to call me that anymore, but yes, go on.
Glassy. Your body language is awful right now, Phone Clan.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it.
Why don't you just call Ellie Golden and just be like, I'm thinking about starting a singing career.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just call Tom Daly this morning on Call or Delete with Scott Mills.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Where are you at the moment?
I am currently in changing rooms naked, about to get in the pool.
We have an electric shock machine.
Press that button.
Download it for free from the Radio 1 website, and we'll be back on air Monday morning from 6:30.
I'm
BBC
Radio
1.
That was Calvin Harris, Ellie Goulding, I Need Your Love. Now we're going to dive straight back into the videos, but before we play this video, I'm going to talk about it. It's Eva and all her mates on a schoolies trip, which is apparently what happens at the end of high school in Australia. They all go on a holiday together.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I did that too, but I didn't have the name schoolies trip. It was just a holiday to Cornwall, which
Yeah,
is
same. Me and my friends went to Cornwall.
a little bit less exotic than Australia.
I bet Cornwall loves all of the nation's teenagers going down there to lurk.
Yeah, we went to,
Good summer.
to Falmouth in one of their 3 bed and breakfasts, and I flooded the entire top floor by accident, because it was raining on top of the skylight all night, and then
Yeah.
I opened the skylight,
Phil.
which created a waterfall of disaster.
Ouch.
We may have just snuck out and left. Don't do that if you flood
You
someone's
snuck
hotel.
out and left after paying for your hotel room, though, didn't you?
I know, I'm sorry. So if you want to go on this schoolies trip in Australia, which sounds like the best thing ever,
That's slightly more exotic than Cornwall.
Yeah, get on the website to get some Australian vibes. It'll give you loads of sunlight into your mind.
Oh,
You
so
feel
like
it's summer.
Like George, it'll make you sad if you have no friends as well.
Yeah.
Good. The second person who is cooler than me and Phil.
Here's James Blunt. Is James Blunt cooler than us? James Blunt, Bonfire Heart, he's definitely cooler than both of us. Khalid and Dr. Rada from the surgery are here.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Right.
Are either of you good at juggling? Because someone needs to make Dan feel a bit better.
It's not possible. No.
Rada?
I can do 2.
Do you want to do?
I don't feel like juggling 2 balls counts.
Let's see.
Okay, ready?
Wow.
In slow motion.
Wow, Khalid, calm down the sass.
Just juggled us into oblivion. Rada was also wondering what would happen if we pulled all the wires out behind us.
Yeah.
It's
like-
tempting.
There's like 10 million wires behind us, but no one's ever dared to pull one out.
Let's
Can we
not
pull
try
one
that.
out? Just one and see what happens. Okay, no.
Producer Vignes says no. So what's going down on the surgery site?
This is the last surgery before Valentine's.
Uh-oh.
Which means that we normally get calls from people who hate their partners and don't know what to do for Valentine's.
Oh.
But we also want to ask, is being single like a dirty word?
No way.
You know, because, you know, when people say, oh, I'm single, sometimes you get those really evil people who go, oh, don't worry, it won't be long.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah.
My life is fine. Yeah.
You're not
Is
going to
that
be
what it's about?
a crazy cat lady your whole life.
Exactly. And I don't see why, you know, being single isn't like a thing to be proud of.
No.
You know, why do we have to care about the fact that Valentine's coming?
Yeah.
So tonight we want to be there for single people. Unfortunately, Rad and I are not single, but, you know, they're in
Can you even give
spirit.
advice? Have you
Yes, we
experienced
can.
loneliness? Okay, good.
I was about to say something really bad. I won't say that.
Let's not take Alan to a dark place.
Anyway, so what are you guys doing on Valentine's night? Anything cool?
Is it on Friday night?
It is Friday.
Well,
We're hosting a board game party at our house.
Sexy time.
yeah, with a bunch of non-sexual friends. It's
Yeah.
not going to be like one of those board game parties. Not that I've had one of those board game parties.
There's not going to be any Twister involved. Let's just say that.
Naked Twister.
So how can people get involved in this singles night?
Let's see, even that sounds really sad, doesn't it? All right, well, singles night on the surgery tonight, 81199 on the text, or 03700 100 100. We are there for any problems you might feel. Maybe you're sick and tired of being single. Maybe you're in a relationship and you don't know how much money to spend on someone because you're about to dump them. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
We're there to help, 81199.
Don't call in for us. It's all about these guys and the surgery.
By the way, the answer to that is 99p, no more.
Okay, really? Wow, okay.
We're going to go and pull out one of those now. So.
Okay, well, good luck with your show, guys.
I just elbowed Rada in the face. I'm so sorry. You okay?
It's okay, she's a doctor. She knows how to recover from
She's
it.
fine. She's
Okay,
fine.
well guys, don't go anywhere as epic lols are on the horizon at the expense of the older generation as we laugh at their struggles with technology and Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet, which is coming up next. But now a video with lots of backwards footage containing a lot of regurgitation of chocolate. There's actually probably most of the video from Amy and Emily.
Nice.
Here is Jessie J. Jessie J, who's laughing now? We are at Your Family Trying to Use Computers, read out like an erotic audiobook by Greg James. This is Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
That was so smooth.
Thanks.
Internet? Isn't that a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire?
I don't get all this facial book.
World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Now, our first Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet comes from Jocelyn.
My grandpa was trying to change his Facebook to say that he was married. However, he published that he had just got married. All the comments were either congratulating him or very confused. Especially from Grandma.
Oh no, Grandma's on Facebook too.
Oh, I feel so sorry for the granddad getting to that situation. I have no idea what he did.
Who's this mysterious extra lady?
I know, where did she come from?
Who knows?
Okay, our next Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet comes from Charlotte.
I was on my computer at about 1 a.m. Don't ask questions. When my mum came in and told me that if I didn't switch it off, she would delete the internet. Obviously, I didn't turn it off, so when she returned at about 1:30, she took my laptop and deleted the Chrome shortcut from my desktop.
Classic.
She then handed it back and walked away muttering, "That'll teach you."
Wow, that is so typical, isn't it? My mum did that. She used to think that she could, like, prevent me from seeing anything on the internet by putting all these privacy features on AOL. She didn't realise that I could just use Internet Explorer.
Oh, no.
So, failed parenting.
My mum would just come up to me and say, right, no more internet, and would just turn off the monitor and then leave my room. I'd be like, turn the monitor back on. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, our next one comes from Aubrey.
My grandma was videoing my orchestra concert on her phone. As the concert was being introduced, my grandma clicked on Candy Crush, thinking it was the video button. It was on full volume.
No. Maybe it improved the orchestra, because I don't think the Candy Crush sounds are that bad. Let's have a listen.
Sweet.
Can you imagine that in the middle of an orchestra?
Sweet. I had to stop playing just because of that guy's voice.
It's very sinister, isn't it?
Tasty.
It's like one of those horrible videos you see of when, like, the guy playing the piano stops and then goes, whose phone rang? And then that was your poor grandma. Wow.
Let's move on from that awkwardness with one from Alex.
I was teaching my grandmother to use her new computer and told her to open a window. She got up, walked to the window and opened it.
That's so cute.
Can you add anything to that at all? Wow.
Oh. That's just like, oh, that's
I kind of don't want to laugh at that, you know what I mean? It's almost, but no, we will laugh at it. Okay, that was Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet.
Meow, meow, meow.
Definitely add to it every time you do that.
Thanks.
Okay, if you have stories of internet fails that you would like to send in and get involved with this next week, then all you have to do is email Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk with your story and then just put internet in the subject. But what we want for next week is pictures and videos. So maybe you have photographic evidence of something embarrassing that your mum or dad has put on Facebook, or maybe, say, your grandma doesn't know how to use her computer and you want to video her struggling to do it and then send it in to us so we can all laugh at it in a not that mean way. That would be really, really great. So I am literally asking you to just prey on your family with your phones and then email the videos to Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk for next week. Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet. Now, completing our trilogy of videos that will make you depressed because you have no friends, comes Becky with her summer trip to China. It has beautiful rainforests and cities, and it surely gave her memories that she will treasure forever. Here is Codeline with One Day.
Line one day. Now I just want to go to China. Does that inspire you to go to China?
It totally inspired me to go to China, yeah.
Let's go to China.
BBC Radio 1.
What's happening on Tuesday, Dan?
Tuesday?
Yep.
I'm planning to upload a YouTube video.
No, more important, it's the Share Take Care game.
I love that thing, yeah.
You log in with your own Facebook, and it might scare you a little bit, but it's really good.
It shows how stalkable you are, doesn't it? Because it downloads loads of stuff, and it's like, here is what's secretly available on your profile publicly. I played it, and then I was like, I need to go back and then just, like, hide so many things from my timeline. So do it, because it's one of those things that's scary, but it'll make you go, oh.
Yeah, also made me realise that I should probably unfriend some people, because I had no idea who half of the people were that I was looking at.
You know when you can't log into Facebook, and you have to, like, identify your friends' faces?
Yeah.
Surely the longer you have Facebook for, the more impossible it'll be to do that. Because like, I get it now, and I'm like, I don't know anyone's faces that I went to school with. Who are these people? They've all had the haircut.
Also, like I said before, some people have profile pictures that are just a cupboard.
Or like a fetus. It's like, I don't know. It's like it's my friend from something, or like my mum's blah, 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 and then it's just a picture of a baby. They didn't think it through. But anyway, Phil.
Also, tomorrow at 9 p.m, it's all happening. You'll be able to listen to the documentary we made about staying safe online.
Which is amazing and totally life-changing.
So get your face and ears next to a radio, and you'll be able to listen to that. We speak to a happy troll.
Yeah, someone that spends their entire time on Twitter bothering celebrities, but really nicely.
Yeah, it's a positive troll.
A positive troll is his name, yeah.
So you could tweet us with some positive trolling, maybe. That would be nice.
Don't ask people to positively troll you. But yes, if you feel like you would like to make yourself a bit less stalkable and know how to go on the internet without getting creeped out, then make sure you listen to our documentary, which will be on Radio 1 tomorrow night at 9 if you didn't hear it last year.
Take an oath, if you will. Just like Cher Lloyd. Cher Lloyd. Oath. Are you inspired by Cher Lloyd, Dan?
Every day.
Every day.
Is this the Mortal Kombat theme?
It is. I just saw it on the selection of songs we can play, and I was like, oh, let's do the Mortal Kombat theme.
Maybe we should start using this for Dan versus Phil.
That'd be great.
Should we just enjoy this for a bit? Wait.
Yeah.
And then, great.
Okay, people who don't know who Mortal Kombat is...
they don't care, do they? No, we need to stop. Okay, I just want to shout out to all the people that have been sending in things for hashtag My Parents Are Cooler Than Me, because it's quite a dramatic thing to admit to, isn't it?
Yeah.
You said that you've got one there. What is it?
I've got one from Rachel, who said, my dad used to have a job of putting jam in the jam donuts.
That is the coolest job in the entire... Forget magician, the jammer in jam donuts is amazing.
How's that even work? It's like magic, because the donut is completely round, you can't see any hole.
That's exactly what I feel.
I thought they'd, like, moulded the donut around a ball of jam.
See, I feel like they probably just inject it in on a giant conveyor belt, but if you want to believe the magic that they bake the donut around the jam, then that is much more beautiful, isn't it?
But imagine watching someone biting into a donut and just being able to say, my dad put the jam in that. That'd be a proud moment.
Oh,
right?
how have you lived this long, Phil? Oh, I just have this horrible image of you, like, on a date with someone, and they're like, my dad put the jam in that.
Don't just say it like that.
Wouldn't you?
I might
You're the
say
guy
it like
that does
that.
the sinister voice every time we're coming off the back of a song.
True, I do a sinister voice.
Okay, this needs to end. Okay, well, right, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that has admitted to the various ways that their parents are cooler than them. Now me with my DJ dad and my punk mum, and you.
Your mum was a punk?
Did I not say?
No.
My mum was a punk when she was younger, and by that I don't mean she had like a lame phase and she was a poser. I mean she was like proper like rebellion.
That is so cool, because your mum is like the least punk person I've ever met. But...
Exactly, yeah. She made sure that every photo of her as a punk was literally burned.
Amazing.
But then my grandma kept one and then showed it to my dad's mother at their wedding, and she was horrified.
Brilliant.
Fact, don't do that to your children. They'll never forgive you.
I might become a punk.
Okay, and on that note, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been sending in stories from My Parents Are Cooler Than Me, but now requested by Constance. Here is Maroon 5 with She Will Be Loved.
5, She Will Be Loved. And now, the end is nigh.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
My challenge for you next week is to just announce what one song was without being, like, dramatic or sinister.
Okay.
So that was Maroon 5, just without the murder tones.
Listen to this. That was Maroon 5.
Great!
No murder tones.
Absolutely nothing sinister about that.
Okay.
Okay, that was great. So, yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's joined in the show so far, and make sure you send us those pictures and videos. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to internet next week, because I really, really want to see a video of someone's mum struggling to use an iPod or something.
That would be brilliant.
That would be beautiful.
Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk. You can upload it to your favourite video sharing website and then send us the video.
Indeed.
Whatever said video is.
Whatever said video is. But now, I just think it's time to thank everybody in the show.
Let's thank everyone that's taken part today. 3, 2, 1, go.
Amelia.
Sol.
And Liam.
And Chris.
And Joey.
And Rachel.
And George.
And Miri.
And Laura.
And Jade.
And Georgia.
And Henny.
And Becky.
And Lucy.
And Amelia.
And Jess.
And Thea.
And Claudia T.
Eva.
And Avi.
And Emily.
And Jocelyn.
And Charlotte.
And Audrey.
And Alex.
Aubrey.
And Kyra.
Ashwini.
And
Becky.
Chloe.
Tom.
And Sam.
And Gwen.
And Jordan.
And Megan.
And Constance. Allied with the surgery coming up next. But now, here is Crazy by Niles Barkley. Remixed by Phil.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.